Hi, welcome to Our Maine Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how to build a chicken cone for $2.
Hey guys, welcome back to Our Maine Homestead. Before we hop into Eddie's video about his chicken cone that he made, I just wanted to hop on real quick and say, that we're sorry that we've been so MIA on YouTube lately. We've had a lot of stuff going on, as you can imagine. Eddie's got his never-ending to-do list, and then of course Emery and I have been dealing with a few health issues here and there, but everybody's fine. We're all good. We're gonna try to get back on track here with our videos. So after this chicken cone video, you can expect to see stuff from us every Tuesday and Friday again going forward. So here we go.
So it's really warmed up the last couple of days. It's already been an unseasonably warm spring. Olivia. I have a long list of projects. I always keep a long list of projects, especially at this stage of our homestead development. So I have a list that includes working in the shade. I've been working inside the barn the last couple of days when I can. Worked outside this morning because it was a lot cooler, but now it's 92, so it's time to find a shade project. So that is building chicken cones. So this past weekend we got invited up to some friends that Francesca met on Instagram. Kelly and Eric. Liberty Acres, Maine is their Instagram handle. And so we got to go up there and see their chicken cones in action. So I'd had this on my list to do for a while, and I already had the metal, but I got motivated now because of visiting with them, as well as finding something to do in the shade. So this is a very quick and simple project that will save you each about 16 to 20 bucks each cone that you make, depending on how many you need. So let's get started. This time of year you'll notice I've gone to a bandana because I can soak it, and I keep buckets of water around for watering the animals and everything. So when it dries out, I just go dunk it in the water and kind of cool down again. Makes it more bearable anyway. So Kelly and Eric were using what they called, and I guess what they had bought was a large and a medium cone. I'm going to build what I'm going to call a medium cone. We have Rhode Island Reds and Silver Wyandottes, which are basically probably medium-sized breeds. They're not meat chickens. They're really dual-purpose birds, if you want to call them that. So I'm going to build what should be appropriate for their size when they're full-grown. And so I would call that a medium cone. And I'll give you all the measurements and the opening at the bottom and the top diameters once we're done. For this project, you don't need much. You need a way to measure. So there's a tape measure, some tin snips if you're making these out of metal. But I've seen people make them out of plastic. I've seen them make them very rudimentary but functional out of 5-gallon buckets, 5-gallon plastic buckets. So that's also possible. You also need a way to mark, of course. I'm going to use a riveter to put these together. You're going to need a drill. When you rivet, you need to drill holes to put rivets through. And then also I'm going to drill holes for to use to mount it to whatever I'll mount it to, and then also a square or just some kind of straight edge. You can use your tape measure to mark off the distances, but the square makes it easy. Just kind of confirm that and get a good straight line. The dimensions are going to be 16 wide, 30 long. I went ahead and marked 30 long, so now I'm going to cut it. So I cut the excess off to make this piece 16 inches wide by 30 inches long. I got two pieces that were longer than that. I had them cut them to 16 inches wide because I knew that's how deep I wanted my cones to be. But I got two pieces of that size. It's just scrap metal, but it's very heavy duty for $4. So it's hard to beat, and that's really all the cost I have into building these cones. So once you've got your 30 by 16 inch piece of metal, you're going to take, and there's a few measurements you have to make. It's very simple. First of all, I'm going to show you what not to do. I drew my line in the wrong place. So this line here, just ignore it for now. But anyway, you're going to mark the center of the 30-inch side. So you're going to mark the center of that, which is at 15, of course. And then from that center, you're going to measure 7 inches on either side of it. And then once you get that 7 inches from the center, you're going to draw a line from that 7-inch point down to the outer corner. And then the same thing from the other side, the 7-inch point down to the 30-inch point, which is the corner down here. Again, ignore this line. That was my bad. I'm going to blame it on the heat, I guess. Then what you're going to do, what I'm about to do now, is take the 10 snips and I'm going to cut on these 2 lines. So once you get those 2 lines cut and get it into this shape, again, ignore the line on the left. You want to, on this right side, what I've done is I've gone 1.5 inches in from that edge and drawn a line. So a line that's 1.5 inches in from that edge all the way down. That's the edge you're going to, when you roll this into a cone, that's the edge you're going to roll the edge on the left over and line it up with that line that you've drawn so that it overlaps 1.5 inches. So after I got that shape cut, I started rolling it and starting to form it into a cone to make that one edge meet up with that line that I drew that's 1.5 inch from the other edge. So it took a little bit to get that shaped in the right shape and to get everything kind of evened up. Then you want to drill 3 holes, one near the top, one kind of in the middle, and one toward the bottom, and that's where your rivets are going to go. So let's put the rivets in. There it is. I placed rivets in the 3 holes that I drilled. Those are 1/8 inch holes, and I used 1/8 by 1/4 inch rivets. That's just what made sense. You don't need anything any bigger, definitely. You could put more than 3 rivets if you wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. This feels very solid. There's only a couple of things left to do. I am going to either cut or bend down. I'll probably cut this piece off so it forms kind of an even edge up top. This is where I'm going to drill 2 holes, and that'll be the mounting hole. So you can mount it to a fence post, a sawhorse, anything stable that you can place a 5-gallon bucket underneath. And there's the finished product. I rounded off that top edge where that corner was sticking out, drilled 2 holes. It's just mounted to a 2x4 with 2 drywall screws, plenty sturdy enough for chickens. And there you have it. We've actually already used it. Like Francesca said, we've been a little MIA. But besides all a busy, super busy time of year with spring and summer on a homestead, we've had a lot of other things going on. But we're back, and this is kind of one of our first projects, and pretty simple and a shade time project for this time of year. So that was a quick and easy project. Took about 30 minutes to complete and saved about $15. And I got to build it myself and work in the shade, which was the big plus. But thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave us some comments in the comment section. We'll get back to you. Thanks again.